1, 2, 3. Greetings and salutations.
The universe is just doomed.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hello, love's in the air.
It sure is, along with a lot of blood and guts.
Yeah, and some pus and custard.
Ooh,
Custard, if
that's
you will.
right. It's
Delicious.
time for Brain Dead.
We
aka
have the bite.
Dead Alive, 1992.
Excellent.
We've got Liana here as
Paquita's grandma. She sees some shit for us.
Yeah, she's
And
going to
it's
read
gross.
the cards for us.
It's
Yeah.
gross.
So before we get into the romance and the grossness,
Yes,
the Doom Biz,
do it.
Linktree. Go to our Linktree in our Instagram bio. It's got
Everything
everything.
is there.
Go to doomgenerationpodcast.com. It's got links to everything.
Yeah, you can get there.
Call us at 702-720-DOOM and leave us a voicemail.
Reach out and touch us.
Leave it as yourself. Leave it as a character. Be serious. Be stupid. Be funny. Ask a question. You want some advice? We've offered this before. You guys start asking us
We've
for
offered it before.
advice. We
Nobody
will-
wants it, Nicole.
Nope. It has been rejected. The link to our Patreon should be in the description of every episode. So if you want to support this show, $4 a month. Link is in the description, patreon.com/Doom Generation.
And again, we thank those of you who have.
Yes,
done
thank
so.
you to all of our patrons so far, all 13 of you.
Lucky 13 a baker's dozen. Y'all like
Love
our
it.
muffins. Like
Oh, we've
some
got
biscuits. Like
sticker
hot crust
sheet.
buns.
By the time this episode comes out, there'll be a sticker sheet available
Yes.
for purchase, which you will get automatically if you're a patron.
That's right.
We don't know how much they're going to cost yet. I got to think about that.
No, but
get 'em
you'll-
yet.
if you're already paying, you'll get one. They're cute.
That's right.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
So cute. So this movie, why is it our Valentine's Day movie? If you're not familiar with
It's
this movie,
romantic.
you can go on YouTube and watch it for
Yeah.
free.
I was so sure because at the time
It's not
when we
usually
talked about
available
doing
anywhere.
it. No, when we talked about doing it, it was unavailable. This title is currently unavailable. So I went onto the eBays and I bought it because I wanted it.
Well, yeah,
and
you
it's
gotta own it.
the good cover. The Dead Alive is what it says, not Brain Dead.
Uh-huh.
Because I've never known
Is
it
it the
by
eyeball
anything
in the
else
mouth
with
or the whatever?
skull in the mouth
skull
or
in the mouth.
whatever. Yeah, it's that one.
But
It's
yeah, then we
good.
didn't end up having to use it because
No,
it
'cause
is
it's on
streaming on
YouTube.
YouTube in full.
And yeah, it's like a better copy than
if
my
you
DVD.
need the link to that, hit us up. I'll try to post it somewhere, but no place wants you to link posts. Oh, I could
Yeah.
put it in our YouTube playlist.
Ooh, maybe
I
you
can
could
put
do
it
that.
there. The cast, I don't
I
know that
mean-
you're gonna know who any of these people are.
The only person you're probably going to know out of all of these people is Peter Jackson.
Who? This is one of his very early films. Yes, that Peter Jackson.
Yes, that Peter Jackson.
And this
Of
might
New
surprise
Zealand
you if
Peter
you-
Jackson.
Yes, if you know him only from Lord of the Rings,
This is
this
funny
movie
then.
is gonna
You should watch this.
yes be very weird for you.
Although, I mean, the quality of the
It's
gore and the
good, yes.
disgust is so high.
And is it still considered the bloodiest film?
I don't
ever
know,
made?
but this is the grossest movie I've watched in a while.
Yeah, and it holds up.
It
All of
do.
the effects hold up. The
It
humor
really
holds
does.
up.
It's gross. It's like Evil Dead 2 levels
Yes.
of gross.
And maybe that's why I've always loved it. But
Yeah.
also, this was a movie that when I met
This
my husband.
is more gross.
Yeah, oh, grosser.
grosser.
Yeah. When I met
than-
my husband, this was one we bonded over because I had seen this movie and he loved this movie. And his dad actually kept him home from school the day this came out in America on VHS
To watch it.
to watch it when he was in
Oh,
the
wow.
5th grade.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Still considered the bloodiest movie.
Still
Is it
considered the
considered
bloodiest movie.
It is. It's gross as fuck.
And so because of that, and because it is a love story at heart,
That's
it is our Valentine's Day film for
So
you.
happy Valentine's Day.
Yes. So yeah, I don't think we're going to even really get into the cast.
I didn't even write anybody down.
I did. I wrote down the main character, Lionel,
Okay.
is Timothy Balm.
Okay.
Paquita is
Paquita!
Diana Penalver.
Okay.
Mum is Elizabeth Moody.
She's probably somebody.
And Uncle Les is Ian Watkin.
He's probably somebody too.
That's the only ones I wrote down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
I should have written down the priest at least.
Oh yeah.
Good. He kicks ass for the Lord. That's the name of our
obviously, I kick ass for the Lord.
So we start out on
God save the Queen.
Skull Island in 1957.
Is that not the King Kong Island? Skull
I thought
Island
so.
is King Kong Island. Is that they also have those too? They also have Sumatran rat monkeys there as well.
Do they?
It's Skull Island, is it not?
Well, it said it was Skull Island off the coast of Sumatra. Liana, do you want to find out if there's really a Skull Island off the coast of Sumatra, or has
could
there
you
ever
imagine? I can't imagine there really is. If it's really skull shaped, that'd be cool.
been?
There's
Amazing.
really large gorilla.
It is located in the Indian Ocean.
Shut
Yes,
the fuck up.
Skull Island is located in the Indian Ocean.
Shut the fuck up. Is it shaped like a
real.
skull? It's got to be, right?
We got to find this out.
Oh, no!
Oh. And so he must have, this must have, like, that, he knew that. Like, that
Well,
was part of his
It's got to be on
knowledge.
maps and shit, right? Is it anywhere near New Zealand?
Yeah.
Well, wherever.
Yeah, we
Sumatra-
dumb.
I don't know.
For
I don't
all
know
our
where
New
shit
Zealand
is.
and Australian listeners, we're looking it up. Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry.
We'll
I
get
don't.
there.
Well, come on now. I
Sumatra
can't
near
even tell
New
you where the.
Zealand.
I could tell you where Montana is because it's got a face on it, but I couldn't tell you where like New Hampshire is. I don't fucking know. It's over there.
No, it's
over
I know
there.
East Coast, Middle, West
That's
Coast.
a bunch of little
Texas
stuff.
and Florida stick out the bottom.
Well,
Those
yeah,
ones I
they
know.
Kentucky because it's no, not Kentucky. Oklahoma's.
I don't know. We better just shut up
Yeah,
now
we should
before we
stop.
reveal
should
our
stop.
full ignorance.
I'm pretty sure the cover's blown, Nicole.
Yes, our geography knowledge is not what we're known for.
We're not. I don't know what we're known for, but it's not that. So anyway, I got a bad feeling.
So these dudes are carrying a wooden cage down this narrow ravine with some sort of animal. You don't see it first inside.
It's only a bloody monkey.
So yeah, the white dude, of course, is like whatever. Like he's
Yeah.
from the zoo or the yeah, and he's been sent. He has
The
a permit.
Wellington- Right. He's there for the Wellington Zoo. Or
Yes,
something.
which if you haven't seen Wellington Paranormal,
Oh, you should. You
that
should
out.
check it out.
That's a
It's
good
good.
one.
But yeah, they get ambushed.
By the natives, they're peeking out behind the rocks, and they come at him like, "Yeah, you can't set
You
this
can't.
rat monkey free.
No, we want to take that back.
The spirits will exact their revenge, and they will split their bellies." open."
Yes. Ew, gross.
and that's when he's like, "I have a permit."
yes, I have a permit.
And they rip it up.
Yes, the
But the
New
man-
Zealand Zoo officials. What he is, this monkey is going to Newtown. That's where it's going.
And because he's a zoo official, he of course has a semi-automatic or a fully automatic weapon that
Obviously.
he pulls
That's
out
all
and
he needs.
shoots at them to scare them away.
Right. He runs with the basket. The tribe follows. They leave in a hurry, leaving the little guide behind.
Yes, he trips or something.
Right, but he makes it just in time. But he has the bite.
So what do?
They kick him to the curb. They kick him off the Jeep and they hack his arm off. Singaya!
Get that
Singaya!
Oh, he's got a bite on the other arm.
Oh, Singaya!
He's got a bite on his head.
Singaya!
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
Brain dead. The one we watched, then it said brain
Yes,
dead
that's
as the
what it
title
did.
card
Yeah,
across.
that's what it said. But I've never known it as brain dead. I've only ever known it
No,
as dead
I've
alive,
heard
'cause-
people say that all the time, but I had never seen the version.
Because I remember the cover in the video store. It was one of my favorite covers to look at in the video store with the mouth and
Yes.
the thing and whatever. And it was dead alive.
Yeah, I've never seen the cover with brain dead. We'll have
Nope.
to find that and post it too.
Yep. I'm sure it looks the same. I would imagine. Just says brain dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyhow.
So they're loading this rat monkey in the van, which like once this man is dead, why they proceed with this money, obviously, but like no
Well-
questions from the zoo handoff. Like, where's our dude?
No, this is all very
Yeah. I
Very
mean, the
hush, hush.
assistant that got left behind, he's at least concerned looking. He's like, "Oh, should we be putting this monkey on the plane?"
Well, he's
but
like a paid contractor. He's like a middleman.
so off it goes to the Wellington Zoo.
They smuggle it out of the country. Like this Indiana Jones plane thing is pretty cool.
And then we meet Paquita.
Oh, yes. Well, the Wellington Zoo's there to pick up that. That's where they say it's the Wellington Zoo to pick
Yeah.
them up. And these little narrow trolleys.
I didn't even
Those
notice.
weird little.
Oh,
it looks like
when going
it's a
through the
miniature,
town,
but
yes.
it's like not.
It
a
looked like
miniature.
Mr. Rogers.
It did. It's all bing bing. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, and then here comes Paquita and Roger are down at the corner store, and she's like that.
He's the
creepy
local
old-
hot dude.
right? And then
apparently.
like her grandma is like reading her cards, and she's like Queen of Cups and Knight of Swords, and it's not Roger.
That's not the man of your future.
No, one romance will last forever.
He will enter her life in the near future, and they will become romantically entangled.
Immediately.
And she will recognize him by the symbol of the star and of the moon.
Yeah, like what? Like this oppression.
Yeah,
and
then
is
she
this
flips
bad?
that oppression card. and
like,
she's like, no, don't worry
no.
about that.
That's fine.
No,
That's
it's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
And here's Lionel at the store to drop off his order for his mother. Like, no broken biscuits this time.
And yeah, you can tell she's annoyed because
Right.
his mom annoys everybody in town.
Well, she looks like she's a right pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
In the arse. Sorry, we're in Wellington now.
So she's ignoring him until he spills this cup of pencils.
Yes.
And it makes the symbol of the moon
And the star.
And now she suddenly is like stars in her eyes over
Oh,
Lionel.
Hi, hello. And like he backs out
He's so freaked out. He's like, what the
right,
fuck?
into
She's
the street,
coming
like
at me.
onto the passing trolley. Like
Yes.
he hears mother.
It was pretty smooth, though, how he swung
That's
himself
true.
into the trolley.
It was very Buster Keaton.
Yes. And so back home, yeah, Lionel's mom's shouting for him.
Right, like you can hear her out the window, like blocks away.
Ugh.
Could you imagine?
I feel so bad. If y'all had a mom like this
I
or
mean,
a grandma
I'm
like
sorry.
this, I'm so sorry. My mom is not like this.
No,
I did not
like
have to
this.
deal with this type of shit.
No, not screaming like miles
no, no,
away.
no.
Nuh-uh.
And so there's a beetle under the fridge. That's why
Right.
she's yelling for him.
That's why she needs him there, like immediately.
Infested with vermin.
Oh God! But she's, been voted treasurer-elect of the WLWL.
Ah, yes, the Wellington Ladies Welcome League, I think is
or
what it was.
Welfare League.
Welfare League, yes.
There you go. And look at the state of this
Yes,
place.
Spick and span house.
The
has
house
to
is
be
like
now cleaned.
immaculate. Like I'm kind of feeling this mauve
Yeah.
that they've got going on in here. I'm
It's not
kind of like
bad.
in the, I mean, I got kind of a grandma aesthetic.
Bringing that Nana get in. Let's
My
go.
husband always makes jokes about like the house, like, oh, is your grandma out of town? Where's your grandma at? Is she asleep?
It's because you got them big old candles.
I
and that
know.
marble
those, like-
table or whatever.
I know my marble table.
Yes.
It's like a whole moment. It's a mood. Shush.
So he's out mowing the lawn. You get a little foreshadowing
Oh,
close
yes.
up of them blades when he's like
Oh.
cleaning out the blades.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
That will be important later.
Remember that shit.
And a dog comes over and starts licking him while he's cleaning the mower, and it's
Oh, no.
Paquita's dog.
Paquita.
She's there with the groceries.
Usually it's her dad, but not today.
Or I think he said her brother, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't
And
matter.
she is eyeballing him hard.
Horda.
And he mentions the zoo because of her
Like,
dog, and she's like, "Oh, I want to
I go with the zoo.
Yes, she plays like she can't speak English well enough to decipher
Right.
this
He's like,
sentence.
no, you want to go to the zoo. She's like, okay, tomorrow.
You take me? Yeah. So mom can see this from inside and
No,
is like,
she's breaking windows and shit.
breaking
She's so mad.
vases
She's
and
broken,
shit.
broke a vase
her irreplaceable
from your father.
before your father was taken
Taken from us, Lionel.
And so yeah, she's using that widow guilt to keep
She's
him
got
there.
that big old Martha Ray mouth.
And like, how old do you think Lionel's supposed to be? Late 20s?
He's 17.
I feel like he's been home like way too long. Like I think he's
Well-
a grown ass man.
He's a grown up. He's just waiting for her to die so we can have that cool stacked house on the hill.
But in the meantime,
That hate keeps her going.
he puts on his top dollar finest
Yes.
and takes Paquita to the zoo.
Taking Paquita to the zoo.
And they're having a blast until they come to like this water thing and he goes into this trance.
Oh, right. He has a moment about the water when he was young and he nearly drowned.
He tells her, yeah, he nearly drowned at the beach when he was young and his dad
Mm-hmm.
dove in to save him.
And he got washed away. A wave came and washed him out to sea and he drowned.
And she grabs his hand and is like, I want to go see the monkey.
Oh, the little monkeys.
And so she's giving him a kiss. The monkeys start throwing things at them.
Right.
Apples,
She,
I think.
that throws an apple and another monkey strikes at a regular monkey. Oh, that, like it grabs the
Simeon Radicus.
yes, a
Chucks an
Sumatran rat
apple and
monkey.
knocks the other monkey out and drags
Right.
his body through the cage. And here's where we start to realize this movie ain't fucking around.
No, it's not playing because it
this
looks
thing
like.
is horrifying.
Remember when in The Witches?
Yeah, I was gonna say
when
the
Grand
witches
High Witch
mid-
turns
yes.
into a
Mhm.
rat. That's what this looks
Yes,
like.
it's like
I
a
wonder if they just used the same thing because that
big
was.
slimy fucking rat.
When was that? Was that before or after?
Oh, I don't know. When did the witches come out, Liana?
Anyhow, but yeah, like this naked rat monkey like drags this monkey and like
just rips
eats
a
it.
limb off and eats it.
Oh,
Fucking
it's all
claymation
surly.
monkey nightmare.
The zookeeper comes up and tells them like where the rat
Oh,
monkey.
the witches was before, so it could have been. I
Oh,
guess,
they maybe just
depending if
they had it lying around.
like, you know what, we want it to look like that.
Yeah, that's what we want. Do you have that? Can we
You
use
got
it?
one
Can
of
we borrow it?
these
I mean, you're not
in
using it
stock?
anymore, right? But yeah, so he tells them that they came over on slave ships and like the rats raped the monkeys.
Yes.
That's why they're so mean.
That's why they're like that. And so Paquita needs to sit down. She's like,
I would
"What the
need to
fuck?"
sit down too. Like,
That
holy
thing
shit.
was horrifying.
So now we see that Mother is following them and she
Mother
pops
has
up and-
arrived.
She has arrived.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Lava has arrived.
Yeah,
or
lava
whatever.
is. Lava is.
We did an AI voice thing on one of our episodes, and when she said "mother is," it got lava is.
Lava is. It had a hard time.
It made Sigourney Weaver, Gordoni Weaver.
Ghostbusters Gordoni. Weaver is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
AI
it was
doesn't
weird.
quite
Like
have
it
it
had a
together
hard
yet.
time with our diction.
yes, it did.
We gave it that hard diction.
So mom's popping around, pops her face in the little picture cutout,
Right.
spying.
And while she's nearby that cage,
She gets bitten.
oh shit, she's got the bite.
But she stomps this
Yes.
fucking thing to death with
Well,
the heel
it
of
fucking
her
bit her.
sensible
I'm sorry.
shoe.
I,
She does not play.
no, she doesn't. She puts that heel right on its fucking head, pops its little eyeballs out.
She sure did. And the mom's like, I've been savaged. Which I
Yes.
mean, she has. She got bit. She's about to go through some terrible
Well,
fucking
she's gonna
shit.
go through
so
something. Like Paquita goes to help her.
She does, and she
and she
shoves
gets
her away.
shoved. Lionel, take me home.
And he does.
Of course, he leaves Paquita out there. He's like that oily shop girl. Gross,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
She was not
Ma'am.
oily.
Those gigantic dentures in your mouth are oily.
You're about to be nothing
You're about
but
to
oily.
be worse than oily,
Yes.
Vera.
So they got Nurse McTavish come out to the house to bandage her up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's mad about him going out with that experienced girl.
Oh
in
yeah, she's
public.
experienced.
You went out of your way to upset me.
Right. He like tucks her into bed and goes to his room. Like Paquita calls from the lawn and she's got his jacket. She's being a total Fabian. She
And she's
climbs
being
like-
loud as fuck.
I know.
Yes.
She's like holler. That's what I'm saying.
Lionel. I'm like,
Lionel!
"Shh, you met his mom.
Did you
know
see
who
what
his
happened
mom
earlier,
is."
Paquita? Even if his
Relax.
mom wasn't a crazy person, she just got bit by a rat monkey at the fucking
Just
zoo.
fucking chill.
She's gonna need to lie down.
So she climbs up to his room and he apologizes about the zoo. It's, it's just mom. She's,
Right.
and she wants to know, can we go out again?
Yeah, she was like, but it's not
He said
possible.
it's not possible. And
She's like, but we're romantically entangled.
and he starts panicking and says he can't see her anymore.
Oh, but she brought a rose and earth thing.
So he stops her from leaving and gives her a smooch.
Oh, they snuggle up, but Mother is not
Oof.
well.
She is tossing and turning and seeping through her
Her
bandages.
wound is oozing and shoots pink goo all over their father's large teeth. He's got them big teeth
Yes, he
too.
does.
This is a whole Martha Ray family situation.
We got I almost said the Waltons. That's not what I mean. The Osmonds.
Yes,
when
there's
we were
so
kids.
many teeth.
That
There's
was
like
all you heard about the
1,700
Osmonds.
teeth between
Yes.
all the Osmonds.
They have all the
It's
teeth.
a
in the world.
shark family.
That's maybe they own some dentistry. Maybe that's why teeth are like expensive for the rest of us because like the Osmonds
Because they have
some
all
sort
the
of
teeth?
monopoly on teeth work.
because they have them all.
Uh-huh.
Nobody can have any teeth because the Osmonds have them all.
Maybe.
Oh.
And in the meantime, Paquita's grandma is doing a full reading
Oh,
and
yes.
finding card after card of terrible, terrible things around Lionel.
That's bad.
But Lionel getting laid
right?
while mom is squirting on the photos
Oh,
at the
God,
bedside. Not in
yes.
the sexy
It's
way,
like-
in the disgusting way.
She looks like shit. There's like pustules and that fucking noise. It's all foul and like.
The wrong kind of stirring macaroni sounds
No.
is what you're going to get. So
I'm
Lionel
gonna
wakes
barf
up.
before this is fucking over.
Lionel
Happy
gets up
Valentine's
all
Day.
Post-coital bliss, and mom is miserable.
Yep.
And he
She's-
unwraps it, and
I need you to look after me, Lionel.
she's getting sores on her face and her head.
Pustules.
She doesn't want him to call the nurse. She just wants him to
Shankers.
take care of it. Ugh. God. And that doorbell rings, and who's that?
It's Nora Matheson, Ladies Welfare League. Your mother was expecting us.
So he runs up and tells mom, and she gets
She jumps up.
She's
her
like
face
wheezing.
is peeling off.
Oh,
Like,
her
my
skin
God.
rips
she will
off.
not be deterred.
And the fact that he just like casually goes and gets some glue
It's in her drawer.
and glues her fucking face.
See,
flap
now
on.
this is really well done. Like that
Yes.
flap of skin.
Yes.
That looks like a real flap of skin hanging off this woman's face. This was good.
It was. So she puts on her makeup. It does not look good. She's shaking over her beans and pork chops or whatever the fuck they're having.
Oh,
For
is it the
dinner.
queen bean?
And she's trying to keep her shit together.
Yeah.
But she's not doing so hot.
Nora, it's an honor.
She reaches over and grabs the meat off that lady's plate
Oh,
and just
yes.
digs in with her
Her
hands.
pustules are angry, and you amazing, and you amazing.
Like, come on. Like, she's
Yeah.
clearly not well. And the man does not notice anything to the point that,
What? No pudding?
so he
No
calls
pud?
for the pudding and a nice custard's brought
Oh
out.
fuck! It's so gross.
But the mama, oh God, how do you even say it?
Her pustule explodes into the custard, and it's just like he likes it because he eats it and it's delicious to him. And he's like,
And I wrote, is that how you make blood pudding?
oh.
And then mom's ear falls off in her pudding and she just fucking eats it. The other lady like has to puke and runs out of the room, but
Yes.
this dude just doesn't see any of
Nope,
this.
he's just eating his pud.
He just enjoys that pus
He's-
pudding.
Oh,
And then they depart. And Lionel finds mom at the fridge eating meat. Don't let them take me away.
Don't let them take me away.
And so he promises he'll look after her, which Lionel, dude,
It's
call
beyond
911.
that.
I don't know what they have there.
No,
911,
911, 999. No, that's not even that. Put her down, Lionel. Put her down.
Well, as we're about to find out, even that wouldn't have helped.
Well, she's not nice anyway. It's not like you're missing anything. But anyhow, Paquita runs up.
While he's cleaning chunks of I don't want to know what off the floor. And
She's like, dark forces are working against you. Like her dog Fernando got eaten by mother.
and the dog starts attacking mom. Paquita runs up and sees mom with like hair.
Oh, he pulls
the
that
dog hair
massive
hanging from her
fucking,
mouth.
like a
And he
drained
pulls
ball.
like a drained dog out of her fucking face. Your mother ate my dog.
Mother ate my dog.
Not
Mother
all
goes,
of it.
Oh, like mother goes for Paquita. I can't. Oh fuck.
It's all so
I can
gross,
see
you guys.
it in my mind.
It's
like
all
that
so
big
gross.
wet.
Mom wakes up and tries to bite Paquita.
Yes.
And so Lionel tackles her. They roll down the stairs.
Get Mrs. McTavish quick.
So she goes, and she gets this nurse fucking fast.
I know. Like, where was she? Down the street?
Yeah, she lives next door.
She's like the neighbor.
So she says she's going to call an ambulance, but Mom appears to die.
She's wheezing and she stops. Like, she's dead. Your mother's dead.
So he cries. Paquita starts to pack for the hospital.
The nurse comforts him. Oh, yeah. Well, she's up there packing for the hospital.
She
dies.
doesn't know Mom has died.
The nurse comforts him. Mother comes up and rips her fucking head off.
Fucking head off. Rips her head back. Blood spurts out her neck.
She throws Lionel across the floor and then turns on the radio.
Paquita comes down to ask which toothbrush.
White or green?
And Mom is choking Lionel to death.
He smashes a vase on her face and like the nurse comes up behind. Now she's a zombie.
Yep.
And she's got the bite.
And did she bite her? I didn't even see
she
her bite
just-
her, did she?
She must have.
She must have.
She had the bite. But yeah, she got that. She's like throwing trinkets. It knocks her head back. Like this fantastic. It's so fucking good.
And Mom is tossed down the stairs. Nurse is tossed down the basement stairs, and he locks them in.
It's so fucking rad. So here comes Paquita. Like, where's everybody?
Oh, they left already. It's
They
fine.
went to the hospital with Mrs. McTavish. Like, I'll take the bag. It's cool. Like, I'm gonna turn the radio up. Like, I go now?
because they're in there trying to break down the basement door already.
Right.
So he just sits there like laughing like an insane person at the
Right.
radio show until she gets pissed and leaves.
Yeah.
So that night, Mom and the nurse are banging to get out, and he can't
The
sleep.
moon is full. The zombies are restless. Lionel goes out. He goes to the vet.
And this guy,
He's
drooling over
drooling.
this dead animal he's poking at. This
Yeah.
fucking vet.
His family left to Latvia during the occupation, but he's clearly a Nazi.
So Lionel wants to buy some sedatives, but he can't sell those.
I definitely have tranquilizers, but not for the general public.
So he flashes the cash and gets
he's
what
like,
he needs.
Like this massive jar.
Gallon of tranquilizer.
Ooh, delicious.
And you see his Nazi armband through
Yes,
a tear in his sleeve.
Of course.
So Lionel goes home and gears up.
Yeah, he's
helmet,
gonna go
goggles, scarf, layers, frying pan, trash can lid, sedatives.
He's gonna dart mother.
Nurse comes at him and he gets her in the eye with the needle full of drugs.
Shit!
Mom comes up from behind. He flips over her head, pulls the needle from the nurse, and sticks it up her nose.
Oh,
Every
into her nose
time
it
he gets
goes.
Mom up the goddamn nose.
I know.
through
I don't
this
know why
movie.
that becomes a thing.
I don't know. That's her only soft spot left. I don't know.
It reminds me of Repo the Genetic Opera. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
They take the stuff out the nose, the little corpses.
So there's a vision of a blonde woman being drowned, and then
Yes.
Lionel wakes up screaming.
Yeah.
He heads to the market.
see
Paquita's excited
Paquita.
to see him.
He wanted to know about them dark forces and torment and suffering. She's like, "You're marked."
So yes, he goes back home, and Mom breaks. Or no, he isn't
Yeah,
home.
no, he's already.
Mom
he's
breaks
not
out
there,
of the
but
basement.
She breaks out. Grandmama gives him the talisman
Yes,
of the white light. It will protect you.
and Mom's on her way down to the market to get him.
She's shambling down the street. She gets hit by a trolley and like into the store. And Lionel gives her another shot to the nose,
Right up the nostril.
Yep.
And they see her. People come in and see her, and he's like, "Oh, they must have discharged her from the hospital early."
Because he says that she was in the hospital.
So now everybody, of course, thinks she's dead, and they have a funeral.
Yes, they have the funeral. Like the flashy guy rolls up, or Les,
Uncle Les.
Uncle Lesbian. If you
Yes.
say his full name.
And Lionel's been trying to get to view these remains so he can give her another shot of sedative, but they've been putting him off.
Right. They're like, no, you're just too upset. Like, you don't need to see that. She was pretty fucking dead.
So he finds her. Oh God! In this scene, when he finds her being
know.
pumped with fucking.
Oh, they have an eyeball blowout.
So yeah, they have left the. What do they call that stuff? The stuff they fill you
Embalming
with, the
fluid?
embalming fluid. They've left her on the embalming table with the fluid running so long
Yep.
that she's spurting embalming fluid out of her
Green goo
orifices,
through her face. The mortician pops her eyes back.
just like bloop bloop.
Oh shit. And here comes Les again. He's
Flirting
Vera's
with
brother.
Paquita.
Right. He leches on her. He'll be like needing some drinks. You could be doing a stiff one yourself, eh?
And she curses him out and moves away.
Ah, fiery.
So the father starts the service, and Lionel finds the casket and is in the middle of unscrewing it when her hand bursts through it.
She comes through. Yeah, he's trying to sedate her, but like he's failing and like in her nose again. But they
Yep.
break through the window. The
They
crowd
burst through
is
the
like-
glass into the service, and Lionel's pretending like he was just grieving
or
somehow.
cuddling her body.
He was always dreadfully attached to his mother.
I mean, like Les is cackling.
Yes.
Yeah, he was so attached to her. They're cuddling on the floor. He wants to be left alone for a while, but you guys.
And then Les hears him saying that Lionel will be her sole
He's
beneficiary.
the soul Benny. So he hears this and he does some sleazing around while Lionel goes at night to dig her up again and sedate her.
And before we find out what happens next, we're going to take a quick break.
Let's do it.
We'll be right back. All right, one thing you guys may not know about Doom Generation Podcast is we are some cheapskates.
Dude, we do not like to spend the coin at all.
So when we were about to do this podcast, we did some major searching into what is the cheapest way
We did more research into how to do this than
that
we do
for
into
the
our
podcast.
podcast.
And let me tell you what, this Anchor is like the only free platform that distributes your podcast for you to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a whole bunch of other places.
You can do all kinds of stuff when you're doing it too. You can record your sound effects, you can manage your episodes, and you can track your little analytics.
Yep, you can see where everybody's listening from, how often they're listening.
From your phone, from
Yep.
your computer.
You
Like
can
we
record from
probably
your
still
phone.
would not have had any episodes out
If it were not
if
for
it
Anchor,
were not for if
this
it were not for
podcast
Anchor,
would
we
not be in your
we
ear
would
holes
still-
right now.
No, it would not. We would still be just recording it for ourselves.
Yep, listening back to ourselves in the
Laughing at our
garage.
own jokes.
So if you would like to have a podcast, but you don't know if you want to spend any money, you need to go get this Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started now.
And we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
And we're back.
We're back, and Lionel's in the cemetery at night digging up his mama.
When some tough youths
Cheap
come upon
hoods.
him,
Cheap dime store hoods.
thinking he's a necrophiliac.
I mean, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Or like a grave,
Or grave robber.
robber.
Yeah, I don't know that I would go straight for necrophiliac. He wasn't
mean,
like
he's
digging
like-
her up with a boner. He wasn't like naked digging up his mom.
That would be weird. He's mental.
So they call him a
Mental.
sicko and beat him up, take his wallet,
He's getting mugged in the cemetery.
and one is pissing on his mom's grave.
You're pissing on my mother's grave.
And mom's hand reaches up
Grabs his junk.
and she pulls him down, and I don't know what was happening in
She's
the casket.
grinding his guts.
But she literally grinds his guts.
Yeah,
and
there's
blood
blood
just fucking
everywhere.
sprays. And she like blasts him off. He lands on his friends, and his rib cage is all exposed. So she's just like
Yes.
shredding the whole front. Of him.
Again, fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
So she got that one, and then bites another one of the guys.
Right, there's blood fucking everywhere. Now here come the priests.
He runs out to see what's the commotion. And the evil is amongst us.
Right? He kicks ass for the Lord.
Yes.
Because calls for divine intervention.
He beats up them youths like 25 karate kicks.
Well, they're zombies now.
Yeah, so
he's
he
like,
ripped one
karate
of their
chop.
arms off and
He
beat him
tears
with
the
it.
arm off and beats him with the thing and like rips another arm off and like kicks a guy in half.
Kicks his legs off, kicks his head off.
Right, his head comes off and like then he gets bit
Yes.
and
God
impaled
damn
on the
it.
grave like he lived, like he died. Kicking
Yeah.
ass for the Lord.
He runs at this other youth and lands on the statue's arm that plunges through his midsection. And the next day, as if nothing happened, and this is all fine,
Right, Lionel's making some scramby eggs
with lots of tranquilizers.
lots of tranquilizers.
And like,
now,
why do they eat eggs?
Because he's got to get the tranquilizers in there somehow.
But like, it doesn't seem like zombies would just naturally sit down at the table and eat eggs.
But they are though. They're all sitting at
They
the
do.
table. The nurse,
A
the
nice
priest,
family
mother,
meal.
the hood.
The nurse's eggs just come out her neck
Oh
slit.
God,
so
it's so fucking good.
he's got to feed her through her neck hole.
Oh, he pulls her head back and puts the. It's so.
Void, the punk guy, is trying to eat and plunges his spoon through the back of his own head.
Yes.
Mum is eating the eggs off that spoon that's been
Yes, she
plunged through the back of
snatches
his
it
head.
and eats it. The priest is getting randy with the nurse under the table while Lionel,
But Uncle Les shows up.
he gets distracted and now they're like zombie macking.
Yeah, Christ, what a stink. So Uncle Les comes in. He's got to come in for a slash.
He's got it. Oh,
and he notices the smell.
Yeah.
He goes to pee with the door open.
right.
And it sounds like he ejects a kidney stone. There's like a
Probably.
tink when he
Yeah.
starts peeing. I'm like,
I wouldn't be
Jesus.
surprised. He's got prostate issues.
And he asks about the inheritance. Oh,
Well,
your
he
mom
tells
always
him-
meant to leave me something.
She intended to leave him a bequeath.
Lionel says, you'll have to talk to the lawyers.
Right, but now they're hearing like
Sounds from the dining room. It's just the pipes. You found your dad's old stag movie.
did you see the one with the donkey and the
Chambermaid?
chambermaid? Like, really?
And he tells him it's just part of the grieving process, and he leaves
Right.
him alone.
He's like, I'd rather be alone. Like, I don't need you here. If I'm watching pornography, Uncle
Right?
Les.
Time to go.
Uncle Lesbian.
And so Lionel rushes back in to pull the father off the nurse.
Yes.
And she has his lips in her teeth and
Ugh.
rips his fucking mouth off and eats it.
Oh God, I keep losing my headphones.
You're
Keep
so
writhing
grossed
in
out.
my seat.
So she is now pregnant.
Yes,
yeah.
like really quickly.
Very quickly.
She gestates so quickly.
so quickly.
Quick gestation.
So Lionel's now skulking around town, avoiding Paquita, crouching behind cars.
Well, he's also kind of like a pariah, isn't he, at this point?
I would
Because-
think so because everyone saw him on his dead mom.
Yeah, like things are getting kind of weird. So, like while he's doing all that,
She sees him.
Right.
And wants to know why is he avoiding her. And he's like, oh, this was all a mistake. Sorry, goodbye.
right, he's got like another jar of tranquilizers, and he tells her like the whole thing was a mistake. You know, whatever, and like,
Roger pulls up.
that's right, the short truck.
Take your
that
hands
weird
off her.
little short truck he drives.
Yes.
It's like minuscule. But anyhow, Yeah, take your hands off her, you weirdo. And he goes home to his family of zombies.
Yes.
And he sees the nurse on the floor, and something is in the radio.
Yes, he goes to tune the radio, and a little arm comes out and punches him.
Right? And then it's like tiny little baby feet.
And
it's
he
like,
pulls up this demented baby
it's eating a rat.
eating a rat. And the
Oh.
nurse and the priest look so proud.
Look at our
Look
baby.
at our baby. And it tries to bite Lionel immediately, so he tosses
into the trash can, and he like puts the table on it.
it. Yes, it keeps trying to get him, but it's still attached to the umbilical cord.
Yes. Oh,
And
God.
can't get that far, so he just puts a bucket over it. He's like, "Yep, and
That'll do. That'll do it.
So the next day, he tries to take this thing for a walk. Which
He
Lionel,
puts it in a pram.
He puts it in a pram. He puts a zombie
because
baby
all life
in a
is
pram.
sacred, even if it's a dinosaur's
And where did
zombie
he get
baby.
this brand spanking new pram? He went down. This single man whose mom just died went down to the baby shop and bought a fucking
His
pram.
mother probably had it. It was probably his.
and
she
he
kept
has
it.
named this baby Selwyn.
Oh, I missed that.
Yes, he gives it a name, Selwyn.
Okay, I don't know why he would do something like that.
I don't know. So he takes this little creature to the park and is like watching the other moms.
Yeah, they're all. He's got it
Kissing the
behind like
baby, yeah.
barbed wire.
Yes, he has it barbed wire into the goddamn
Rips
pram.
a teddy bear. He loses it down a hill.
Yes, the pram goes flying down a hill and
Of
he
course.
flies down after it, and the baby gets out of the buggy.
Crawling towards the children.
Lionel snatches it up and punches it in the face a bunch
Punches
of times.
in the face. Punches it again.
Slams his head into the swing.
The ladies are watching this
And that
happen.
drunk
like,
guy who's like, yeah!
Yeah, kick that baby's ass. Fuck that baby.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
And he comes running at him again, and he swings a swing into his face and traps it in a bag.
Yep. And then, like, as he runs by the ladies, he's like, hyperactive.
So as he's headed home, he sees Paquita and Roger walking.
Yep.
When he gets home, and the door to the basement is open.
Oh, shit. Les is there waiting for him when he gets home, too, isn't it?
Yeah, and they
He's
all
like,
seem
he's
to be
found the
passed out,
bodies.
and Uncle Les has found the bodies and thinks they're all just dead bodies.
Right. He's going to call the police unless he gets his fair share of the estate. He's like, oh, you want the money?
Yeah,
Oh, and the house.
but now they're starting to wake up.
Uh-oh.
So he's trying to get down there to sedate them.
He steps on a rake, though.
Right, and he drops the sedative and breaks it.
Oh, no.
And as he's going to leave to get more sedative, a whole party full of fucking Les's friends, which why does this man have friends?
I don't know.
Let alone a whole party full of friends.
Because they just need a place to party. They're party peoples. It's
like,
not
I
like
would
they're.
not come hang out with this dude.
No, he's got like
skeevy as
weird
fuck.
sores on his
Yes.
face. And what is that thing? He's like,
I don't
what is
know.
that?
I guess
it doesn't
maybe an
seem
old
like it's
school
an inhaler.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And so are the sores on his face, in and around his mouth.
And he invited these people over for a party before he gets rid of the bodies. He's
Yeah,
like, oh,
'cause
now
he
get
put
rid of
that
these bodies. It's party time. Like,
Together really quickly.
yeah, very quickly.
Well, maybe that's an easy way to get rid of the bodies and all of the confusion.
I guess.
You know,
So
true
some-
crime moment.
Some drunkard opens the door to the basement because they're banging to get out.
Right.
And Void comes dancing in the room.
Uh-oh.
Flash to Paquita being bored to death by Roger as they pass
Right.
by Lionel's house where there's a party happening.
He's telling her all his like football stories.
And she just disappears.
She just leaves him.
and he just walks off like, oh,
He's
well.
like, oh,
he doesn't even
okay.
look for her.
It
like
probably happens a lot
to him. Yes. Void is back inside trying to bite someone when Lionel fills his gullet with Jack Daniels.
Oh, gross.
And Paquita comes, sees the party. Les is hassling her immediately.
He's pawing her and like she knocks his toupee off.
knees him in the nuts.
And he like, and then she escapes downstairs.
She goes to the basement and
Uh-oh,
finds
bad
the rest of
mistake.
these bodies tied up down there.
It's all spooky lit.
And the door opens and Lionel pushes Void in on top of her.
Oh no.
And then, oh shit, he sees her and
Oh.
he sticks a rake in Void's head to get him off of her.
That's right. Like,
Death surrounds him.
oh no. Like he tells him to destroy them. I can't, not mom.
Yeah, she's like, that's not your mother.
But he like injects everybody with poison.
Yeah, he has a big handy dandy bottle of poison.
He got that with
ready
the
to
sedatives,
go. Must
probably.
have. Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, you know, it's
And
a
he
bulk deal. It's
Kisses
like
his
Costco.
mother's slimy fucking
I
face
know.
goodbye as he once again
Ew.
plunges the needle up
right
her nose.
up her nose. Like, why?
And then, everybody gets their turn.
Well,
Paquita
she
helps
seems
them
to
bury all the
die.
bodies. They think they're all dead.
This seems like it would take a long time to bury all those bodies, like all while this party's going
Well,
on.
it's like, and he's had this poison in the basement the whole time, and it never occurred to him to try poisoning them all. He's just been putting them to sleep over and over and tying them to chairs.
Well, because he was going to raise this baby, and he thought that he could keep all these
He's gonna
people
raise
alive.
this
I don't
baby.
know.
I
'Cause
don't
he's
know
not a
what's up with
killer.
Lionel, man.
Well,
I guess.
he's clearly a twitchy, weird guy.
He is.
Anyhow,
So they go back up to the party, and Les gets all handsy again with Paquita, so Lionel socks him,
right.
and Les puts him in the basement.
Uh-oh, sad piano.
And then he's about to assault Paquita
Yes.
when Lionel realizes the poison he gave them was animal stimulant.
That's right. Uh-oh, the zombies have gone Super Saiyan. The
They
baby
explode out of the fucking basement
launches
floor.
from the grave. Les is trying to rape Paquita, and this guy gets his rib cage torn out. Like,
yeah,
fucking this-
just like Void tears into his chest and just pulls his rib cage out of
yes,
his chest.
just like hand picks up, and like
and
the
they rip
whole
another
head
guy's
gets
face skin off
degloved.
his skull. Yep.
Yeah, like
the
the
nurse
whole
is
party.
eating people.
Oh fuck! Lionel's like, run, Paquita!
A hand bursts through the door and around Lionel's neck. Les
Yep.
escapes out a window.
Someone gets his leg pants torn off. His like kicking little bones.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's somebody's hand gets cut off with scissors, and the
Yes.
hand crawls up his face and picks his nose.
Oh shit!
And pretty soon, most of this party is dead alive.
Oh no! he
coming
uses
at him.
Heads as stepping stones. He gets upstairs. Yeah, that's
Les
that's
is
whole-
out there fighting him off with garden gnomes.
Right, that's right. He like leaves one as a head.
Yes, shoves it down his neck.
Yes, he's got the clippers. And
The man
like,
in the dumbwaiter,
yeah,
and they rip all of his leg skin off. But not
Yes,
his
he's got
boots.
those little.
They get all of
bone
his
legs.
body off and leave his bone legs with his boots on.
Yes, because of course, because that makes the little bone kicking legs funnier that way.
Yes, it does.
The only thing that would make it better is if there was a xylophone playing in the background.
Right?
Doodle-loot, 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 doodle-loot.
And then the woman screams, and Void punches through the back of her skull, through her mouth, and grabs another lady with his hands still stuck through her head.
Yes.
And Lionel is now surrounded.
Yep. Uh-oh.
He tries to run, but there's so much blood
Yep.
that he
He's
does the
slipping and
fucking
sliding.
shaggy whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yes.
whoop, whoop, whoop,
He does
dance,
the Burt hold.
running in place, Burt hold run.
Right. So then he has to use the heads
And
as
do the lava
stepping
game.
stones. Yes. The
Floor is
floor is
lava.
bloody.
Yes.
And then now we've got the is this where the zombie guts?
He gets up the stairs and he locks himself in the bathroom.
Okay.
He's in the pantry. Les gets the priest with the rake.
That's right.
He gets trapped in the shed with him, pulls his teeth out with pliers.
Yeah, like he was gonna
Like,
do it
damn,
anyway.
Les? Paquita slams that girl into the light bulb and her whole head
Yes,
lights up.
that's right. That's so cool.
And Void wants Lionel so bad that he rips himself in two
Yes,
to
in
get through the
twain.
broken door.
He's like a torso, and then like,
And then this is where Les starts coming at the zombies with garden tools, and then Void's guts are all, his lungs and shit are all falling out.
right. He traps the guy in the turlet, and
Puts
like,
him on the toilet and flushes him.
and then like the organs. This is when the organs admire themselves in the mirror.
Yeah, and then they go to grab Lionel and it toots.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's when he flushes the toilet and they get like sucked down.
right. And
But then he
like,
sees the mirror and is like, ooh.
oh yes, and then like the talisman.
It drops and spins, pointing him towards a chest in the attic.
Oh shit! And there's movies in there and pictures of his father and that blonde.
And in the meantime, baby Selwyn pops out of a jack-in-the-box and gets
Yes.
Paquita's friend.
Oh no!
Paquita kicks him across the room into an ironing board.
Yep.
He flies back and she hits him with a frying pan.
Yes.
And it leaves like an impression of his face in the frying pan.
Uh-oh. And now Rita has been bitten.
Yeah, so she's still trying to put Selwyn in the food processor.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't go so well.
No.
And she punches him out the window and right into Les.
Yes.
And he's still surrounded. This is where he shoves the gnome into the neck of the headless body.
Yes.
And he's banging to get in. And Paquita's still trying to help this girl who's got the bite.
Yep. Poor Rita.
And they let Les in like dummies. More of these things are breaking in. And this is where Lionel's looking at the pictures in the attic and
There's
sees,
Body in the trunk.
yes, there's a skeleton in there.
And then the
intestine
attacked
things.
by the
Yeah, the
organs.
organs plunge up through and they're choking him.
And up his pants, and he's like dangling from the wires in the roof.
And it crawls up his pant leg.
Yeah.
And he falls, but he's connected to the cord the light bulb girl was on. So
Right.
it pulls
and
him
he pulls
back.
her back. And now Les is hacking his way through zombies. Paquita tries to save Lionel. The baby comes at Les again, and he chases it with a cleaver or a hatchet, depending on who you're talking to.
Yes.
And it turns out that Vera, because of the animal stimulants, I guess, has gotten huge.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about Mum. So we haven't seen Mum in all of this. So all the other zombies have been up, crazy, stimulated, attacking everybody.
Right.
And Les gets attacked. Oh, wait. And then at one point, Lionel gets Paquita. She's bitten, but the guy had dentures. So I guess.
Oh,
it
that's
doesn't
right. So I
count.
guess it doesn't count. She
Yeah.
didn't break skin.
Yeah. So then Les gets a tap on the shoulder,
Uh-oh.
and Vera, Mum,
Oh, mother.
This giant hand.
All right.
picks him up by the nuts,
Yep.
peels his head and spine
Yep.
like a banana out of his body. And Selwyn's over there. He loves it. This is great. Void has his legs up on his head now or
Yeah,
something.
it's
And he
it's
sends them
crazy.
over to kick at Paquita. It's like none of this seems. It seems like we're really drunk and none of this is
right.
real.
It's,
but this is in
all
the
this
movie.
happens.
This is
all of this
happening.
happens.
And
I
more.
promise you. I
And
can't
more.
even keep up.
No, there's so much at this point.
Right.
So then Lionel comes busting in the front door.
Uh-oh.
Party's
Ba-ba-ba-boom. He's done fucking around.
He got the lawnmower.
Brah, brah, brah.
He's chopping bananas.
Chucking
He's chopping
bananas.
bananas.
Chucking all the zombies.
And
He
it's
chopping.
just fucking parts and blood. And
It's like goo. It's gross. It's
Paquita's in there putting
everywhere.
random body parts in the food processor.
Yep.
And for several minutes,
Oh,
this
this
is the
goes
scene.
on. Yep.
Chopping
Chopping
broccoli.
Chopping.
And Les comes in, and now he's a monster with his spine pulled out.
That's right. He looks like the Thing.
Yes, yeah.
Like the whatever from the Thing, like Wilford Brimley's.
And Paquita rips his spine off and spits in his face and splats his head on the counter.
Fuck you.
She uses another nearby arm to grab it and start up the. Or no, wait, this is when I got ahead of myself.
Putting
The
thing in
lawnmower.
Yeah.
He can't get the mower, so the mower goes off, and he can't get it back on.
Right.
And so he can't reach it, and he grabs like a dead person's arm and like reaches out
Yeah.
with it to pull the fucking cord.
Yeah.
And he's getting them all chopped up, and then the guts come back.
Uh-oh. The organs.
Those
That's
organs,
right.
yes, they're coming.
I
for
love
him.
like they're kind of cute.
They are a little bit cute.
The little lungs. It's kind of adorable the way it
Got a
like
little
scooches
face on
along.
it.
It's cute. It's cute.
They used 5 gallons of blood per second.
5 gallons
Per
of blood per
second?
second for that scene.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
300 liters.
over 300 liters of blood, and
For
the
our
blood
friends
was
that
not.
use the
It was good. Like it
metric
was.
system.
The consistency was good. The
it
color
was like
was
the
good.
goo was gross. Like
Yeah.
everything was real
It was very realistic. looking.
syrupy. It was nasty. I mean, it sold it to me. That was like the grossest thing. I can't even imagine what it smelled like.
Oof. And then Paquita's friend dies, and Selwyn bursts out of her face giggling.
Oh, that's right. He like pulls
Oh.
it open. Ah!
The light bulb girl goes up in flames.
Yep.
Paquita turns the gas on and starts a fireball.
Yes.
Lionel finally manages to get the guts caught up in the lawnmower. Paquita grabs the talisman right as he starts it up and grinds these guts down with the mower, and they embrace. And this slimy, that's love, right? If
Right?
you're going to
It
kiss
must
somebody
be.
all covered in fucking guts,
I
gotta be
guess.
love. But he tells her, you need to get out of here. I haven't
Right.
seen Mum yet.
I haven't seen Mum yet.
And suddenly the floor trembles.
Oh,
And
wait,
here
no.
comes Mum
Here
with
comes
her
Mother.
bulbous titties and booty.
Oh my God, she got them nagas out and like them big old titties. Huge titty rat mama.
Oh, and her face is just like hanging off.
Oh, it's so gross. Like
Ugh.
even though she's still suspiciously clean,
Right?
she's
She's a very slimy naked puppet.
right. And like he's like, you don't scare me, Mum.
And they get in the fireplace and climb up the chimney, which can you do that? Can you get in a fireplace and
I
climb
don't
up a
think
chimney?
so. Maybe you can in New Zealand.
And they make it to the roof, but Mom comes through the roof.
Blah!
You don't scare me all my life. You told me nothing but lies.
Right?
That stuff about Dad, none of that was true. You drowned them both, Mom. Dad and that blonde woman, you caught them together and killed them. So that's who the blonde woman was.
That was like a whole nother story that they barely even dip into with all this other shit going on.
And Mom calls Paquita a slut, tries to knock her off the roof. Don't you touch her.
He must choose.
No one will ever love you like your mother. And she opens her belly.
Oh, she's got this big old toothed and tummy vagina that he's sliding
him back
into.
You're her
such
belly.
a good boy.
And she pulls Paquita's hands off the pipe. She's hanging on to, but her face is starting to fall off.
Yep, but he uses the talisman to saw his way out.
And so much blood comes out
Rivers
like a river.
of awful.
And she falls backwards and into the house,
Into
and
the
it
fire.
explodes.
Lionel emerges from the goo like a newborn babe.
And they kiss, all covered in his mom's placenta.
Yes, they swing away.
Slide down his belt off the, I don't know, power lines
I
or something
guess
into
the baby
bushes.
is crying in the burning house. The neighbors have gathered to watch it burn.
Lionel's about to chuck the talisman away, but she stops him.
No,
And he throws it anyway, which
I
that
know,
doesn't
like
belong
that
to
wasn't
you.
yours to do.
And they kiss all covered in dead people goop because it's Valentine's Day and this is a romantic comedy.
Right, and they
Horror.
stroll off into the night, and there's romance. Romance!
Romance, we tell you.
And goo. Lots
Romance
of goo.
and goo.
And
all that
so
you
much
can
blood
handle.
and custard, just the way I like it.
If I don't know what to tell you if you didn't find this description romantic. It was.
I know. Then you're wrong. Obviously, there's something wrong with you.
It's
if
not
you
us.
didn't find this, if you're not hot by now,
Right? This is our horniest episode yet.
with all the goo, it's our
Ooh,
slimiest
it's our
episode
slimiest
yet.
for sure.
Wettest.
So we do have one yearbook signing.
Ooh, is it a wet one?
Happy Valentine's Day to us.
Yay.
From BP122334.
Oh.
Which I have a suspicion may be patron Billy. If I'm wrong, get at me, but this might be Billy.
Uh-oh.
Keep me laughing. I discovered Doom Gen Pod a few weeks back and have been hooked ever since. Whenever I need a lift, I know where to turn for some hilarious commentary and knowledgeable insight on pop culture from my generation. I'm always on standby for the next episode. In a world filled with depressing stories, this is a breath of fresh air.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow, well, thank you.
That's what we strive to be, is anything
Oh,
but
yeah.
depressing or modern.
I just want to make you smile with
That's
my
all we're here
sunshine.
for.
I'm going to
Just
show you my
laugh.
sunshine if you show me yours.
Uh-oh. Do not send me unsolicited sunshine pics.
No,
Imogen.
don't send things, please.
However you
I'm not
interpret
asking for it. I'm not asking for it. I'm going to go on record. I'm not asking for it. Or am I? I might be.
So if you have a person this holiday, we hope you enjoy this film and this episode with them. And if you don't have a person, this is an equally enjoyable film.
And maybe take yourself out on a date. You ever do that? It's
do
nice.
that.
Take yourself out on a
Treat
date.
yourself.
Treat yourself.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't.
Romance yourself.
Mm.
And on that note,
We'll talk at you next time.
Later,
Doomers.